Alright guys, so we're down here at the shop, and I was actually about to leave, but figured I would give you a little update here. Got the Jeep out, both Jeeps out, so I figured I'd come down here and get a picture for a thumbnail. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, there you go. But thought I'd pull the Jeeps out because the white truck is going in the shop when we go to Biloxi for my birthday. If y'all didn't know, this video is going up Friday, so happy Friday. But my birthday is the 6th, so Saturday, day after y'all are watching this video. So we're heading down there for the weekend, but that has nothing to do with this video. But right now I'm gonna go get my hair cut because this is kind of getting ridiculous. But I'm gonna head to Conway real quick, get this cut, and maybe by then my grandpa will be home so we can start working on the blue truck. Alright guys, so there's the first thing done for today. Just got my hair done. Jen here at Salon Platinum, she always does my hair. She's been doing my hair for 15 years or something like that, but it is much better. This is a little different than I normally do, but I always wear a hat, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, it is, let's see here, it's 2:30. She cut my hair in 5 minutes. That is amazing. But I'm gonna head back home and need to clean the shop out a little bit more, clean the floor up. But I'm gonna be putting hubs on the blue truck tonight and probably gonna change oil in it and all that kind of thing. But I'm gonna head home and get busy because we leave Thursday and we got a lot to do. So anyways, I'm gonna get going and I'll update y'all here in a little bit. Alright guys, so the blue truck is now home. So I'm gonna pull it down here at the shop and get started on these front hubs. I believe they're in the red Jeep, but I did order some new Moog hubs, so I'm gonna get started on those. Also, I got some new lug nuts somewhere around here that I'm gonna throw on here and get rid of the chrome ones. But I'm gonna go down here and get started, and I'll update y'all before I start pulling everything apart. And I'm gonna try to film the whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see what'll happen. Okay guys, so first thing that I did was put it in here in the shop and set, I don't know if you can see it, the park brake down there. And now I'm just gonna jack it up and pull the wheels and tires off, which is a 13/16. And then I'm gonna put it on jack stands. Yes, this part of the shop's still a mess, but anyways, 13/16. That's gonna pull the lug nuts off, and I'm just gonna use a breaker bar because I don't really want to mess with the air compressor. But 13/16 on a breaker bar or an impact will take the lug nuts off, and then you can jack it up and support it with a jack stand. So I'm going to get started on this side for right now and then move to the passenger side. It's going to be the same process on either side. So I'm going to get started, and after I get this wheel off, I'm probably going to try to do a step-by-step along with you guys. So here we go. Okay guys, so I got you on my phone right there, and I'm going to see real quick if the lighting is suitable, and if not, I'll grab a light over there. But remove it all, 6 of the lug nuts right there, pull this wheel and tire off, and just roll it aside. Now I do have my jack stand up under here, in which I'm going to make that happy here in just a second. But what I'm trying to see real quick is if, okay, so it looks fine on the camera. I have y'all set up Let me see here on the little head mount thing. So let's see how well this works. I know a lot of people have said something about that in the past, but I'm going to try my best to work around that, but we're going to see. So now that you got the wheel and tire off, first thing you want to do is start undoing all of these brackets. You have a clip right here. You have a 10mm, an 8mm. Need to remove the caliper bracket back here from the knuckle. I'll show you all that here in just a minute after I get that jack stand placed. But so far, need an 8mm, a 10mm, and a little clip popper tool like so. And you can just work back here and pop this out, because we are replacing this right here. There's another one up here, and then there's one right here. You remove all of those, and then this will be loose after you move this and this. These little holders, these two little holders right here, and then we can start taking apart all of this stuff down here. Okay guys, so I'm going to remove y'all from my head for a second and show y'all up in here. Here's the two bolts that I was talking about. Get one, those two right there. Then you can pop this out. Yes, I know, I'm going to get a light here in just a second and place it. But pretty much all there is right here. There's a little blue tab. You can push it back, and then that'll unclip out of there. But pull these out. There's an 8mm and a 10mm, and this will be free as well as the brake line here. Then you can remove this bolt, and then there's another one right down there, which is the for the brake caliper. And get something that you can tie this up to the sway bar or something over here, because you cannot let this dangle. I know a lot of people do, but it's not good to do. You need to have this hanging. You don't want to let it hang on this hydraulic line. So I'm gonna place y'all. I'm gonna get some sort of a light and do that, and then I'm gonna start on it and show you guys what I'm talking about. Also, I did pop the hood there so it'll cool off, because I am going to do an oil change on this truck as well. So, okay guys, one more thing that I thought would be worth noting here is these bolts that I'm pulling out. I'm placing them back where they go, just to make sure you don't lose anything. You know, you don't lose any bolts or whatever. Also, my light is about to die here, but you can see that little blue tab right there. Pull that back, and then there's going to be a little release tab, and then you can pull that off. So now that I have this removed, I can unclip it right here. It's just kind of a two-hand process, but you can unclip it like so, and then unplug it up here like I was showing y'all, a little blue tab, and there's a release tab. Unplug that and have it all dangling and free, and then take this 10mm out, hang your caliper, hang your caliper up. I'm gonna hang mine off of this sway bar there, and have that ready to go. Okay guys, so moved those two bolts right there for the brake line and the ABS sensor. I'm going to unplug this here in just a second. Now, loosen up the caliper bracket bolts. I decided to take the caliper and the bracket off as one piece. Those are 18mm. I'll put those on the brake bar there. Just broke them loose, and then took this long ratchet here. You screw them out. And now I'm going to take something. I spread the brakes apart. Now I'm going to take something so I can hang this probably off the control arm or the sway bar there. That I have the caliper off. Again, there's a bolt here and a bolt here, and that will take the caliper and bracket off, and then you can hang it. I hung it right here from the control arm. You know, there's no slack in the line. It's not taut or anything like that. It's not hanging. And now is the fun of getting this caliper off. This is the original caliper for the truck, so there's probably going to be some prying and banging around with it just to get it off, but this does have to come off because you do have to get the backing plate off, and then the hub itself will come off. What I did is I screwed a lug nut on here like so. There's some thread hanging out there. That way when this releases, it doesn't fall off in the floor, because these aren't terrible. There's a little bit of a groove here, but they're not grooved up real bad, so we don't want to damage these if possible. But I'm going to get to removing this, and I will tell y'all what method worked with doing that. Okay, so after a solid, what would you say, 10 minutes or so, we end up getting a 3-jaw puller here, here, and here, and then putting the center in the center of the hub. And after one solid hit with a hammer, it is loose. So I'm going to pull this here off and set it on a soft surface. That way you don't scratch it up, but there it is. Okay, so when you get the caliper off, or the rotor off, you have 3 8mm bolts. There's one here, here, and then there's one way down here, and that will take off this backing plate, and then your hub can come off after you have all 4 of the bolts out. There's one right here, there's one right here, and then there's one here and here, and that will take the hub off. Now this one here has a good bit of play, and I'm thinking that is why the ABS light is on with this truck here. Okay, so got the old hub off. Oh, right there. Now what I ended up doing was taking a hammer and hammering from this side and then from right around in here, being sure not to hit the tie rod or the brake caliper, and then it slid right off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sandpaper and knock loose all of this rust in here. Okay, so I took some 120 sandpaper, sanded all the rust off of it, then took some B12 in a rag and wiped everything down, and the new hub just slid right on. Now one thing you want to note is the sensor right here always faces straight up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some blue Loctite and put on all of these bolts and start putting everything back together. And the other side, the passenger side, is an exact mirror image of this side. So I'm not going to go over that on the camera, but I'm going to give y'all step by step for reassembling everything on here. Okay guys, so I reinstalled the hub bolts with a little bit of blue Loctite. I had to go get some from the store, but tighten those in a crisscross pattern like so, and then come back and retighten them down all evenly, torque them down to spec with a 18mm socket, and then go ahead and put on your backing plate here with the 3 8mm, and then you can put your rotor back on and test it, make sure everything it's not hitting anything, it's not binding or anything like that. And now I'll also throw a lug nut on here, just kind of keep this on, and I did reattach this the hub wire to the spindle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reattach the brakes and then reattach all the brackets and move on to the other side. Okay guys, so it did get dark on us here, but got this side finished up as well as that side over there, along with the new black lug nuts. Let's see here, right there, black lug nuts. I'm gonna unhook the battery and see if it'll reset, and maybe the ABS light will go off. But Gonna save oil change for tomorrow because it's 8:30, but I believe that's it. Okay guys, so as you can see, my lights are still on for some reason. We've drove the truck about 15 or so miles and still have the lights, so I'm gonna do some more investigating into that. But I can tell a huge difference in the way the truck drives and the overall sound of the truck, the sound and the feel of the truck. You know, cruising 55 down the road, you don't get the roar like I used to get. And the old hubs were definitely bad. They did have quite a bit of slack in them. So this is definitely an improvement. Just haven't got rid of the lights yet. So I'm going to do some more research into that. And they may just need reset. I have no clue. But guys, that's going to be all for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope y'all have a great day.